Hi guys, Rossi Audio here again. Another video. The unit that I talked to you about in my earlier video today, I told you about the vintage audio that I got, and one of the things in there was these speakers, and there are Fisher, and they are Fisher ST925. Okay, a lot of people slam these speakers because they were made by Sony Corporation, they said. These speakers gets a bad rap online, but I mean, I have taken these apart because the cabinets are just destroyed, and you can see. But these speakers gets a bad rap for no reason. Look at the wood. Okay, it's particle board, I get it, but this is pretty thick. It's 3/4 inch. It has a brace. There is not much flex in these cabinets, and these cabinets are solid cabinets. Now let's look at the tweeters. Bullet tweeters, not PSO, so stop the bullshit. And what do we see? Well, they're made by Foster. Foster has a good reputation of making good stuff, so this is not a bad tweeter at all. Now it's heavy. This piece is freaking heavy. So the tweeters are good. They're good tweeters. Now let's take a look at the mid-range, and we take off all this fancy stuff, and we look at the mid-range from top. And right away when I saw it, when this fell off, right away when I saw this mid-range the way it is, I knew what it was. It's a Foster. Okay, these are used in Altex, they're used in Certain Vegas, they're used in even a few JBL models, and many other speakers. This is not a bad mid-range at all. So far these speakers are not that bad. Now let's look at the woofer. Yes, the woofer is all rotten and foam is gone and probably needs a recone. But this woofer is heavy. Yes, it has stamped steel. Could have been cast aluminum instead. I get that point and I agree with that. But this one is heavy. Has a good magnet on it. And let's see. There's a label. Apparently made in the United States. So why do these speakers get such a bad rap? You know, why do the people say they sound like shit? Well, here's the clue. I will stand up for these speakers and say the cabinet is as good as many other brands. Bring me Altec, bring me JBL, bring me Electric Voice, you name it. This cabinet will hold its position against most, okay? The tweeters, there's nothing wrong with the tweeters. They're good. Well, they have a cheap speaker connector here, terminal, so that's could have been updated a little bit. But the tweeters, there's nothing wrong with those. There's nothing wrong with the mid-range. There's nothing wrong with the woofer even. This woofer will sound good when you get a recone. Yes, it has its limitations, stuff like that, blah 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 blah. Now, what's the weak point on this? Here we have it. If Fisher had taken a little bit more consideration into thought about making the crossover a little bit better, it would have been okay. Because here we have the coils. I mean, they are as good as anyone else. No biggie there. But if you look at the capacitors, okay, 70 volt capacitors on the pink ones, probably the same on the gold one, but 20%. 20%. That's unheard of in a crossover network. I mean, that's as cheap as and as bad as can get. So I bet you if they had made a better crossover with better components and better terminals, this would not have been a bad speaker. The cabinet size is well shaped and well constructed according to the woofer, and I don't see anything that really bugs me. You have an enclosed sealed mid-range, so the woofer and these will not have any negative impact on each other. Well, that one will not have a negative impact on this one, but yeah. So even when Fisher was owned by Sanyo, because this is the result of Sanyo when they owned it. This is not bad, guys. I am not negatively shocked about this. If anything, I'm positively shocked about it. I did not expect it to be this way. The other thing that I see is that is a little bit no are these flimsy ports. They are made out of paper towel centers. You know when you buy paper towel and they're wrapped around that center paper cone thing. This is what they have used. That's what they have used. Look at this. So those two on each cabinet combined with a poorly and crossover is what makes these speakers sound bad. Can you imagine just if Fisher had put some better stuff in here for ports and done a little bit better job on the crossover? These would have been okay. I see that the ports are they're too close to the back baffle, so you're gonna have a negative feedback on the woofer from that. So they should have done something. That's a construction error. They should have made them shorter but with an angle instead of straight, just to get the air out of the cabinet. So that's what I can see. But these are minor things. It wouldn't take a lot to upgrade this and make these sound good with the original drivers in them. So there you have it. Fisher ST925. Well, what do we know? Before we slam someone, make sure you know what's in them, okay?